All right. Way to go, way to go, way to go. Welcome to the basement, everybody. That's BASSMINT. And we got a bass player we about to interview. Could you tell us your name, ma'am?
Laura Kisch.
Laura Kisch, how are you doing, Laura Kisch?
I'm good, thank you.
Welcome to the basement.
Thank you.
Also hanging out with us in the basement, we got some more bass players, so we're going to introduce them first, and then we're going to get to this interview. And starting on my my right, tell us your name, sir.
Reginald Canty.
And you're also the owner of the basement, by the way.
Yep.
Thank you for having us once again.
No problem.
On this fine April Fool's Day.
That's right. April Fool.
Also hanging out with us.
In the cup.
Also hanging out, tell us your name.
Robert Taylor.
Robert Taylor, another Detroit bass player. You can tell by his shirt that he's a Detroit bass player, and by his bass. What kind of bass that you got, bro?
Marcus Miller side, V7.
I don't believe you. Let me see. Okay, yeah, now I believe. Also hanging out with us, tell us your name, sir.
This is Steve Burkhalter.
Another Detroit bass player. What kind of bass that? All right, fine, Sadowski.
Yeah.
Also, a writer with Bass Gear magazine, so y'all want to check that out. You got any Bass Gear magazines with you today? Let me see what that look like. Yeah, there you go, another Bass Gear magazine, man. Thank you for coming to hang out with us. Also hanging out with us in the basement. Tell us your name.
Jim Wall.
Jim Wall, I see you got a nice little bass there. Is that yours?
For now.
Nah, that's my bass, by the way. I'm Big Ive on bass. I don't show my face that much, but you actually play drums, right?
Yes, sir.
So, welcome to the basement. You know, drums and basses, like they cousins, close gloves.
Hand in glove.
You know, thanks for coming to hang out with us. On this side of the, on my left side, we got with us. Tell us your name.
Chuck Bartels.
The Chuck Bartell, man. Ooh, I can't wait to do an interview with this heavy hitter, man. I can't wait. We're going to get him in a minute. And also hanging out with us in the basement. Tell us your name, sir.
Sean Fleming.
Sean Fleming. You still got that YouTube channel that you do?
I do.
So y'all might want to check that out. What's it called?
Well, it's now a Detroit Vlogger.
It's called Detroit Vlogger.
Vlogger. V-L-O-G-G-E-R.
Oh, Vlogger. And he's also a Detroit bass player, by the way. He's got his trusty Fender Jazz 4-string. Chuck has a Fender Jazz 4-string. Oh, that wasn't that long, was it, Laura?
Not at all.
And so, my first question I always like to ask Laura is, when did you start playing the bass and why?
About 8 years ago. And why? To be quite honest with you, it was like a calling to play it. I played several instruments as a kid, none of which I really stuck with. But for some reason, it was just after my mom got sick in 2009, something told me just to take bass up, and I've been with it ever since.
Wow. Yeah, the bass.
Really, I've always liked a bass and you know, just the sound of it. But like I said, the main reason for it was like a calling.
Yeah, well, I think it does that with most of us.
I didn't think about it. I just did it.
With most of us, it's a calling. It's either it calls you or somebody forces you to play because they have guitar players, or and they want somebody to play the bass.
But most people, they start at a really young age. Everybody that I've known that's been in bands has started playing about 10 or 11, but I took it up much later, so.
Oh, that's okay.
Better late than never, right?
Yeah, that's okay. So you've been playing about 8 years, and Who are some of the cats that when you started playing the bass? I mean, did you just, with your previous work as a musician with other instruments, did you automatically start playing with people, or did you have to go look out, find some people to play with?
Not automatically. Probably 2-3 years after I started taking it up. I actually, when I was growing up, the first type of music that I liked was classical at a very young age. And primarily I played classic rock and roll. So
when you start hitting with the bands, what'd you get?
Well, the band that I played with about a year ago, they wrote all their songs. It was all original music. It wasn't covers. So, but I am currently doing private recordings with Ocean Recording Studio in Roseville, and I put my 5th video out in December, and so that's all the classic rock that I've played. I have a couple Yes songs, Led Zeppelin, that type of music.
Okay, so a 5th video. That means you had 4 prior. So what's on those? What's on video 1?
The first couple ones were Allman Brothers, Whipping Post, Money, Pink Floyd. I did Wondrous Stories by Yes, which is a really sticky bass line. It's really a lot of technique in that. Led Zeppelin's Dazed and Confused. And finally, last but not least, Black Sabbath's Heaven and Hell, which is also one of my favorites.
Okay, well, speaking of that, now, old school dudes and bands, I look at your bass and I'm old enough to think hippie.
Right.
What's happening with the bass guitar here? I'm gonna just zoom in on it a little bit.
Well, that's pretty much what I feel like I am. Just really crazy, and actually this is the craziest one of my 5. I own a Thunderbird, which was my Gibson Thunderbird, which was my first one. My second one was a Warwick Striker. My third one was a Gibson RD. My fourth one was a Rickenbacker.
Yes, I have one.
And this one's the 5th girl, which is Fender American Standard Precision.
So once again, half of those basses you named were classics as well.
Yes.
But that's an awesome bass that
Thank
you
you.
have right there. Now, what kind of strings are you using? Because people always ask me to ask people what kind of strings they're using.
On my other ones,
Well, just on this one right here.
this is a flat wound. I bought this guitar with these already on it, but they're flat wounds.
Do you know the manufacturer?
I do not.
Oh, okay. That happens
I do
to
not.
us. Well,
But-
today we're going to give you another set of strings,
Oh, good.
and yeah, she's so surprised. And where are those strings, Reggie?
Yeah, that was the first thing. That was the reason why I contacted you in the first place. I don't know how many months ago that was when I saw how enthusiastic she was about what she was doing. And when you got here today, and I questioned you about the kind of strings that you use, and you said you were flats and you didn't know whether they were nickels or steels. We happen to have a new sponsor now, GHS Strings, so I'd like to hope you a new set of strings.
Oh, wonderful.
Courtesy of
Thank
our
you
new
so
sponsor.
much. Thank you.
Let me know how those work out.
Perfect. Yes, I will
Yeah.
put these on.
Right. That means you have to come back one day and you got to let us know how you
Okay.
like those GHS strings. For our avid viewers, you'll notice that banner behind us say GHS strings.
Strings, yeah.
That's because they like GHS strings like the show also, and they think what we're doing is an awesome job. So they gave us 1 pack of strings to give away and a banner, and you're the lucky recipient.
Oh, great. Thank you so much.
They gave us more than 1, but it just sounded good saying it like that. They gave us quite a few things, some T-shirts and all kinds of stuff. So,
Okay. Thank you.
and this is our first GHS sponsored show. So, thank you for being a participant, Laura. And I ain't want to keep you. You know what I'm saying? I just got a few more questions for you.
Okay.
Maybe some of these other guys may have a question, but
Okay.
one of the questions I have is, Who are some of your favorite bass players? You had to have some type of inspiration.
I do. Chris Squire,
Okay.
Geddy Lee, John Paul Jones, John Entwistle. Those are probably my top ones.
Classics.
Chris Squire probably is right at the top of the list.
Classic bass players. May Chris rest in peace.
Yeah.
Those were some classic bass players, man. What's that? Yes.
Yes, The Who.
Led
Chris
Zeppelin.
Squire, yes.
Zeppelin.
John Paul Jones, Led Zeppelin. John Entwistle, The Who.
The Who and
Geddy Lee, Rush.
Rush. And I heard you say you're working on some Rush stuff now,
Working
right?
on a song right now called Ghost of a Chance by Rush.
Okay, now are you going to put a video with that?
Yes.
Now, when you put these videos together, and maybe we want to even just contact you and keep up with you, where can we find these videos?
You can find them on YouTube, Band Mix. I don't know if you're familiar with Band
Yeah.
Mix. They're on there. They're on YouTube and my Facebook.
So when you say on YouTube, you have a YouTube channel or something?
Yes,
What's it called?
Laura Kisch.
Laura
I mean, you
Kisch?
can search
Search the
my
location.
my
and it'll come
my items by my first and last name.
up. Okay.
Laura Kisch.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you spell Kisch?
Kisch.
How do you spell Laura?
Laura.
Because, it's multiple ways to
Right.
spell.
Precisely.
And one of the other things I want to ask you, if we just like Facebook people,
I would love you to sign me up with Facebook. Send me a friend request.
what's your Facebook thingy name?
Laura Kisch.
Okay, so there's a theme here, folks. Laura Kisch on Facebook, YouTube, and all that good stuff, right?
Yes.
So, Laura, like I said, I didn't want to keep you, but I appreciate you coming to hang out with us in the basement. I'd like for you to join our new page on Facebook. We have a page directly linked to Detroit bass players in the basement.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
Because there's a page called Detroit Bass Players. We buddies and everything. But so people can now know when the next one's going to, because everybody, when's the next one? When's the next one? When's the next one? I created a Facebook page so we can actually put the next one on there as an event. And then
So we know when to come.
yeah, so people know when it is. You know what I'm saying? So you can join that page and hang out with us. You can put your videos on there. Let us keep up with you, because after this interview, you'll be considered a Detroit Bass Players in the Basement alumni.
And I think that's what it's called, DBPs in the basement.
I'm sorry. Did you say you have these videos on there now, or you're gonna
No.
create something?
No, we got like over 200 interviews with bass players.
Okay.
So you might want to check that. That's on the YouTube channel. I'm slowly putting them on the Facebook
Okay.
page.
Okay.
Yeah,
but
you might
already
want-
have the Facebook page up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and join it. It's DPBs.
I'll put my videos on there.
Yeah,
Yeah, after you join the page.
absolutely.
That's a condition. I can't stand people advertising on their page and they don't even want to participate with us
Oh,
in the
that's-
basement. I think that's just
Wrong,
come and hang out with us in the basement.
right?
Come and hang out with us in the basement. Then you can advertise all your stuff on the page. We won't mind. But anyway, before I let you go, is there anything that you would like to say in closing, Laura?
Well, I'm really glad I got to came out here today. I was supposed to come out here back in November, and but I ran into a little family thing with my dad, and so I'm really glad I came out here and met you guys today, and I look forward to seeing everybody again.
I'm glad to have you, girl.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here in the
Well, I'm glad I
basement.
got to come
Yeah.
out. Because like I say, I keep in touch with mainly you on Facebook, and now I got to meet you guys,
Yeah.
so I really appreciate you having me out here.
Well, yeah, we appreciate you coming to hang out with us in the basement,
Early.
Yeah.
as well as all the bass players. Also appreciate all the other bass players that's coming to hang out with us in the basement, man. I really appreciate that. It's awesome for especially the alumni like Steve and Robert, and of course Reggie comes all the time.
And everyone.
It's a really
just shows
original
up.
word that you came up with, basement.
Yeah, that was him.
B-A-S-S. Oh, is that
Yeah.
you? BASSMINT.
Yeah, and come to find out, it's not that original. There's a very
I've never
famous,
seen it before.
there's a very famous studio in Atlanta that gets plenty of TV time, spelled it the same way.
Is that right?
Yeah. So, but we we take credit for the East Coast, North Coast
Very good.
version of it.
Absolutely.
So, okay, well, thank you again,
Thank you for
Laura.
having me.
Now, with that said, could you just play us a little something now?
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Laura
Laura
Kisch. All right, yeah, thank you.